Hello and welcome to my channel. In this video today I'll be discussing how to live a creatively fulfilling life and just how to be more creative in general. Today I'm going to be taking a deep dive into creativity and why creativity can really improve your life. So if you're anything like me, you'll realize that when we are not creative or chasing after any aspirations or a dream that we may have, a little piece of us inside can feel trapped or unfulfilled. So clearly that resonates from something, and basically it emanates, I think, also out of a desire for something more. It's clearly a desire for something more in our lives. So more than the kind of routine or humdrum day-to-day existence that a lot of people face these days, I guess. And as the world's getting smaller, it's also getting faster and faster and faster at the same time. So it's really important to sort of connect with yourself and find out, okay, if you have any creative urges, why not take the first step towards them. Don't just shoot them down and go, oh, I can't do that, or I can't do this, or if your parents or your family, or maybe certainly at times I've had family members tell me I can't do something. So and I'm an actor, I'm based in the UK, and I've always told, you can't be an actor. Like, that's ridiculous. Do you know how many people are doing it? I've had like family members telling me, just don't even try. It's not going to work for you, which is incredibly demoralizing unless you have a kind of resilience and a toughness to you that will enable you to see yourself through the hard times as well. Creativity. So if it's left unfulfilled, I think it impacts health, mental health and well-being also. You've really got to take those steps, I think, towards creating something better for yourself. If that's what you want, being an actor, like, just create characters and develop an understanding of myself, really, through the use of scripts, plays, TV, film scripts. And so with character, you can really dive in, and it's almost like a therapy in a way, but it's a massive channel for like letting you to express yourself fully in ways that sometimes, speaking to someone or, speaking to a friend or family member is not really the same. You're able to sort of channel yourself into your work. So that's for me with acting. I play basketball as well. Being an athlete or a musician, a football player or a singer or, a drummer, you really need to express these, ideas that you have, and your inner sort of artistry. One person comes to mind, Kobe Bryant. He was a basketball player. His legacy is the fact that he just outworked everybody. He wanted to be the greatest. It really wasn't about the money, even though he got paid a lot of money and had a lot of success. What he taught me was, just perseverance, persistence, hard work, just keep going. Just keep going. And really to just own in and, utilize your creativity to your best extent, because as you become creative, or as you tap into that creativity, you will become more creative. It's a bottomless pit. There is no limit. It's a bottomless pit. It's unlimited. You just keep going. So, basically we don't want to be wasting time doing things that make us unhappy. As life is short, it's also long, but it's also short at the same time. So you've just got to do what makes you feel alive and what you're drawn to. Forget the money, forget the, what people are saying. So you've got to be curious, I think. I mean, one thing we've got to do with ourselves is just be curious. Let our instincts guide us. So you've got to have the courage to really go after what you want, because in the end it can significantly impact and really improve your life in positive, unknown ways. And you don't know how that's going to take shape. You don't know what that's going to look like. But if you don't take a step to getting somewhere, then you'll never know. So I'm all for that. I'm all for going after the creative life, as you might tell. Yeah, doing YouTube video. So how to be more creative. Basically, we want to take chances. So an experience I had was I went to my first acting class, and this is a few years ago actually. My first acting class, and to be honest, I was really nervous. I was shitting myself before the first class. I was thinking, what the hell am I doing here? You're not an actor. Who the hell do you think you are? You know, the inner critic inside was going on fire, basically. The inner critic was on fire. And it was just like, you know, I was really nervous. I didn't want to go. I took the train to another city to go and do this acting class because where I'm from, Edinburgh, there wasn't as much. So I came through to Glasgow and basically in Scotland. And yeah, it was life-changing for me, but it was very, very hard for me to get off the train and get into the bloody acting class because I was just nervous. And if you don't take that chance, you'll never know. It doesn't matter how bad you are. It doesn't matter. Everyone starts somewhere. So you've just got to, you know, check the ego at the door, tell it to shut the hell up, give it a silly name, you know what, and just say, okay, shut up. So, and just get on with it, you know. You've just got to go with it, because if you don't, you'll never know. So just because you aren't good at it doesn't mean you can't be good at it in a month, 3 months, 6 months, a year. We can constantly improve. So even if we improve by 10% or 20% in a whole year, that's something to be celebrated. And small steps, gradual, just build it, you know. For example, when you're learning a new language, 30 minutes to 1 hour once a week is probably better than nothing at all. So I'll come back to Kobe Bryant, who's really inspired me actually. But basically, his whole thing was that if you continue to work harder than the next person, you'll be able to create a gap between you and the competition. He looked at his time frames and went, okay, so the rest of the sort of players in the NBA and stuff, they've got a training routine that they will do twice a day. So maybe they'll work out 10 till 12 or 10 till 1. They'll focus on basketball skills, basketball drills from 10 till 1. And then they might come back at night and lift. And then, you know, that would be it. Now he looked at it in a different way. He said, okay, well, if I'm up earlier than that other guy, if I can go running at 4 a.m., get sprints in, and then I can get some shots up 4 till 6, then come back for breakfast, and then I can, you know, then from 10 till 12, I can lift, and then from, you know, 3 till 5 or 4 till 6 in the evening, I've got practice, and then I can stay afterwards for an hour and practice more shooting. So you can clearly see if he's operating at a level where he's able to train 3 times a day instead of twice a day, then already he's doing 2 or 3 hours more skill work than anyone else. So basically, you know, you've got to think about this in a way that is like, it's not in a week. You're not going to separate yourself in a week or a month or a year. It might be 5 years, it might be 10 years, could be longer. But basically over time, you know, you'll have worked harder than anyone else. Your skills will be greater than anyone else. Your competition will be here and you will be all the way up here. All right. And that is where the magic comes in of just doing, you know, consistent effort, small effort, daily, weekly, monthly. It can really add up. It's better to practice 1 hour in the morning, 1 hour at night, you know, 1 hour in the afternoon if you can. You build up your skill, you will separate yourself. Study like a maniac, okay? Just soak up all the knowledge. Study, be a maniac, enjoy the process, enjoy learning. You know, whatever little thing you can use, whatever little technique or advantage that you can use to get better, whatever skill you're learning, you know, by all means use it. If it's photography, filming, there's plenty of videos on YouTube, I guess, like about how to learn how to film and tape yourself. Or if you want to be a filmmaker in general, you can learn. You don't need to go to university. You can learn off YouTube. You can learn off the internet. This is the age we're living in. It's great. You know, you can just learn. There's plenty of blogs and articles and books. So just soak up the knowledge, because with that knowledge, obviously, it's going to improve you, whatever you're doing. Just be consistent, you know, taking small steps. Doesn't matter. Yeah, I think Will Smith had a quote, and it was basically, you know, when you're building a house, it's just 1 brick at a time. So his idea was, in whatever he's doing, you know, with acting, producing, film, TV, you know, you take 1 brick and you lay it down perfectly. And then you take the next brick and you lay it down perfectly. And if you keep doing that, eventually it's going to build up. You're going to have a house. You just keep chipping away, chipping away, chipping away. You're going to get somewhere. To me, that's really powerful. Because if we're trying to be good at something and we want to be good at something and we want to be creative, or we've got an itch that we really need to scratch, take small steps. Instead of forgetting about the main goal of being up here, We take the small steps daily, and that builds momentum. And if we have momentum, then anything's possible. If we always think about the top or where we want to be, we're probably not going to take that much action because we're scared and we feel like that is so far away. Just one day at a time, one little task at a time, one little thing at a time. If you can only devote an hour a day, then do an hour a day. Half an hour, 45 minutes a day to your creative pursuit, then do it. Your mind tells your body what to do, it tells you what to do. So, just tell your inner critic, shut the hell up. Had enough of you. By doing, we will feel more confident, we will get better over time, and we're more likely to keep going. Even when it's challenging. It can really change your life. It certainly has mine. It just feels good, to be pursuing what you want to do in life. Instead of listening to other people, that can be, the death of creativity, if that makes sense. So you don't want to be looking back in 20, 30 years or when you're 50, 60, 70, 80, like going, what if I'd pursued that thing? What if I'd done that? What if I'd become a painter? Who knows where I'd be right now? Okay, so if you enjoyed this video, then please care to like, leave a comment or subscribe. It will help me with the YouTube algorithm. Alright, take care.